Hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. The best home cooking system that will allow home cooking to be sustainable is that it has to be adjustable and adaptable to different types of situations. In this video is a good example. It demonstrates my friend David. After he turned 80, he moved into assisted living apartment, but he still wants to stir fry. But the situation in his apartment is quite different when he lives at home. He has a much smaller kitchen, and he also does not have a lot of storage to store all his items. He decided he wanted to simplify his cooking. So instead of bringing his old wok, he went out and purchased another wok. This is a wok with non-stick coating. It is a carbon steel wok, and this will allow him to cook with less hassle. And when anybody asks me recommendation to purchase a wok, my general recommendation is to get a wok without non-stick coating. It could be either a stainless steel or a carbon steel wok, because wok with non-stick coating are more durable. And on top of that, you can heat them up to much higher temperature because when you do this, it will allow you to sear food ingredients, particularly when it comes to cooked proteins such as chicken, beef, and pork. However, wok with non-stick coating has its own advantage. It definitely is simpler, and you do not have to worry about food being stuck to the bottom of the wok. In wok with natural surface, you have to season the wok, and each time when you season the wok, you generate oil film. However, wok with non-stick coating, you can cook food under low heat. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you make adjustment to cook in a wok with a non-stick coating, but still can create excellent meal. David decided that he's going to use more frozen vegetable in his dishes. And the reason is simple, because frozen vegetable can store almost indefinitely in the freezer. This makes it much easier, and he can have them anytime he wants. The other ingredient that David always enjoys is some chicken. Again, through the chicken, he will prep them in advance, and he will store them in the freezer. Again, it will give him a lot of flexibility, and every time when he wants to eat chicken, all he has to do is to take a package from the freezer and thaw them in a bowl of running water in about 10 minutes. Now he's going to coat the chicken with some of my Walk with Tak basic seasoning mix, as well as with some cornstarch. This will give the chicken better flavor during the stir-frying process. In this particular dish, David has another trick up his sleeve because he's going to use some fresh broccoli whenever he has them available. By adding the fresh broccoli to the dish together with the frozen vegetable, it will give the dish almost a new lease in life. It makes the dish feel like you have fresh vegetables. Now the wok that David got is a carbon steel wok. However, carbon steel wok with non-stick coating has limitations. And this limitation first and foremost is that you should never heat an empty wok. And secondly is that you can only use low or medium heat because that will protect the coating of the wok. One thing David do not want to do is to create too much oil film because David lived in a studio apartment. Any oil film that he created will persist in the apartment for some time. And in this case, when you use a wok with non-stick coating, you don't have to heat up the oil in the same way as you would if you use a wok without non-stick coating, because in that case, you want to season the wok. The general rule is that when it comes to cooked proteins such as chicken, beef, pork, or shrimp, it's better to sear the proteins. It usually gives it better flavor. But that doesn't have to be the case. And one thing David discovered is that if he coat the chicken with my Walk with Tak basic seasoning mix, together with some cornstarch, it will create nice flavor on the chicken. And I think it is important to keep in mind there are many different ways to create flavor. Searing is one method, but there are also other methods too. And in this case, coating the chicken with the basic seasoning mix together with the cornstarch will achieve some of the result. Of course, the outcome is never going to be exactly the same, but these are the compromises that we need. And next, he added the broccoli to the chicken. Now, the broccoli that he added to the chicken are the broccoli that is fresh, because that takes a little bit longer time to cook. Now, adding the fresh broccoli actually add a great deal to the dish, because it makes the dish taste fresh, even though he only add a small amount. Now, this is followed by adding the frozen vegetable. The frozen vegetable comes directly from the freezer. Because David discovered instead of thawing the frozen vegetable in advance, it's much better to thaw the frozen vegetable in the wok, because this will allow it to thaw slowly together with other food ingredients. The end result is that it will maintain their texture better than if you thaw them out separately. Because if you thaw them out separately, they can become very mushy. But in this case, they will retain some of the crispy texture normally you associate with fresh vegetables. However, David does discover that different vegetables behave differently. Different frozen vegetables have their own unique properties. And once you learn their properties, you will be able to manage them accordingly. Now, as you can see here, this frozen vegetable mix contains several different kinds of vegetables. And some of the vegetable comes in relatively large chunk. Now, after they have been thawed, now David is now able to cut them up. And he just used a pair of scissors to cut them to about bite size, so they will fit together well in the dish. Frozen vegetable, when compared to fresh vegetable, nutritionally they are pretty much the same. The major difference is their flavor as well as the texture. Frozen vegetables' texture is different because once they've been frozen, they lost some of the crunchiness that you will find in fresh vegetables. And furthermore, frozen vegetables sometimes do not taste as good as fresh vegetables. But however, these are small compromises to make. In the case for David, the convenience is really important, because with frozen vegetables, he does not have to go shopping too often, because he can have a different kind of frozen vegetable available. And now, the selection is quite large. David loves oyster sauce, and he is going to use oyster sauce alone to flavor this dish. Now, oyster sauce is really flexible, mainly because oyster sauce is intended to enhance the umami flavor of the dish. It makes the dish more savory, and at the same time, it is advantageous for David because with oyster sauce, he can reduce his salt consumption. David really liked the flavor of oyster sauce, mainly because he now starts to consume less salt. Oyster sauce generally is used to enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients. After he did a taste test, he added a small amount of hoisin sauce. Now, hoisin sauce will enhance the sweetness of the dish because hoisin sauce contains sugar, and this will make the flavor of this dish more taste like a little bit like teriyaki. However, by adjusting the ratio between oyster sauce and hoisin sauce, it's possible for David to create many different flavor profiles, and this could be according to the type of food ingredients that he has in the dish. Sometimes he will want to have a little bit more oyster sauce, so a bit more salty, but other times he would like to have more hoisin sauce, make the sauce a little bit sweeter. So as you can see here, this dish is extremely efficient and fast to cook, and the total cook time of the dish is only about 5 to 6 minutes. So the only thing he has to do before he starts to cook, he will get in the kitchen and he will take a pack of chicken and throw in a bowl of lukewarm water, and 10 minutes later, he comes back to the kitchen, he's ready to cook. And today you will find there are many different kinds of frozen vegetables in the freezer aisle. And many of these frozen vegetables are in the size that is perfect for stir frying. In fact, some frozen vegetables are designed specifically for the purpose of to use in stir frying. Okay, I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. And hopefully with this approach, you can find home cooking flexible, creative, efficient, and fun. and it's the practicality of home cooking in your particular situation that will make home cooking sustainable. So if you'd like to learn more about my cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.